Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night.
Officials and newsmen at first discounted those eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, the reports persisted.
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.
What is up, beautiful people? Welcome to Boogeyman Radio. I am.
Oh no!
Not standing by.
No.
I just realized that's not. There we go. I am Mr. David Glidden, and over here
I'm Hollow.
we have Sir Hollow. Oh, what happened to your full name? What did you do your full name?
I changed it at the last minute. Yeah, just in case.
I think people would have liked to.
Okay, you know. Okay, fine.
I think people want to hear your last name there. Maybe if they stick around, you'll reveal your last name.
There we go. I already got it. We already put it up there. It's already there.
That's not what your last name was.
It's fine. It's close enough. They get the gist of it. Also,
gist
hi
of yours?
Cassie, hi Kelly, hi Lori, hi Heather.
The gist of yours.
The gist of yours, yes.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well.
On this fine.
It's gonna be a short show, and it's over. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye. It's October. Bye.
It's October,
Dude.
dude.
Go do haunted stuff. Woo.
That's right. And I've already been feeling like, I've been feeling it
Oh, same.
today.
Same.
Been in a typo negative mood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's actually kind of nice. I haven't listened to typo negative in some time, and for whatever reason,
It's my last name, Long Shot. Hollow Long Shot?
I don't get that.
I don't get it. I guess I don't get it. Sorry. Also, how's my volume sound?
Sounds good on my end. But Kelly, we were not late. We let it ride for a couple minutes just so we can get the viewers in, get the notifications out there.
That's right. Wow.
That's
sexy.
That's all I had to say about that.
Good job, Jack.
Thanks. You know where the name's from?
Yes, I know where the name's from.
You do? Beautiful.
Yeah. How would I not know where the name's from?
I don't know. Just never seen the
Except
movie.
I think that movie should be a Christmas movie, not a Halloween movie, but I guess it works as both, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's a crossover.
That one, though, I would say for like late October, at least.
Yeah.
To each
Guys, we got some announcements for you tonight.
Whoa. I watched Jay and Silent Bob. I am obsessed with that movie. Which one are you referring to?
Whoa.
Is your last name Long Shot?
Whoa.
Wait. Are we referring to the... I think I might know the character's name, but I can't think of his name. I think I know who the character is she's talking about. Is it the lead guy of Mallrats? But not necessarily Mallrats, but like, is it that guy that says it's sometime in the...
Jason Lee?
Yes. Because I think I can see him not by a long shot. Or something like that.
Banky?
Yeah, Banky Edwards. That's right. Big Daddy is the first name. What?
Big Daddy Longshot.
Big Daddy Longshot. Gosh.
You're going to
That's
wreck
not
his
from
brain.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
She didn't say strike back.
Well, anytime I think of Jay and Silent Bob, God, I gotta go watch those movies. Oh, Cassie, I recently went and got Dogma because you can't find Dogma on streaming services for some reason. I think Miramax has a tighter grip on that movie than... I'm not going to finish this sentence.
Hollow Uranus.
Exactly. But Dogma, fantastic. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, fantastic. Mallrats, fantastic. I'm a big Kevin Smith fan. Actually got to meet Kevin Smith. It's great. Wonderful time. But yeah, we do have announcements.
Yeah, we got some announcements for you guys. If you guys want to hear them, you want to hear some announcements?
Sorry, I just had to geek out about Jay and Silent Bob. Sorry.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, you got Clerks and stuff.
Nice.
I have Dogma on DVD.
Good.
I guard it with my life.
Good. That's a rarity right there.
Right. Okay, so we got some cool announcements, guys. For those of you that like to watch podcasts and stuff, if you haven't seen our older shows, we are going to be streaming those on this newer channel. So like the stuff on our old Boogeyman Radio, that's not on this channel. We are going to be rolling those out every Thursday night, or every Thursday. I think I'm going to schedule them for the day to come out, so you can catch them at night, whenever.
Makes sense.
So the first one's going to roll out this Thursday with, I think, the Amityville episode.
It's such a great episode.
Yeah, we're going to roll that one out first and foremost. So if you like going back over these things, that was a great episode. You haven't seen it, check it out Thursday when it comes out.
I think you've watched the stuff. I know Cassie's watched our old stuff, but from the old Boogeyman Radio YouTube channel, because we switched to a different one. Like, we switched to a different channel. We made it Boogeyman Radio. So we still have a bunch of the old stuff that will be coming out as just like recordings that people can go back and watch and listen to subjects and stuff and see all of our ridiculousness. Yeah, because
it's just nice to be able to save all that stuff and then have it all in one centralized location, one centralized page. So
yes.
Did we all get stood up? Huh?
We're here. There's a topic tonight. We're not shifting the show to Thursday. We're just throwing up recorded videos. It's just extra bonus content.
Old episodes.
Yeah, like we're still gonna have our normal recording.
Yeah, Monday's live.
Yeah,
Monday night live. Thursday night or Thursday, the older episodes.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing.
Because they're just sitting there, and it's like free content,
right? Yeah.
Plus, there's really no traffic on that channel because YouTube hates it. So we're just bringing it out for everybody to watch if they want to.
Absolutely. And then also, guys, some sad
comments are. Oh, you know what? She could be on a major delay.
Oh, she is on a huge delay. She's just now getting us.
Yeah, that's nuts. Wow. Well, I would say, Heather is absolutely right. She couldn't see us. Well,
so she didn't hear a damn word we said.
Nope.
We were just like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about? You're not stood up. We're here.
It was aliens.
I would say refresh your YouTube.
Excuse me. It was aliens. I was doing that all day yesterday, just annoying the piss out of my coworkers, just going, excuse me. Excuse me.
It's all aliens.
Excuse me.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's one announcement. Check. Another announcement, guys. If you want it, let me hear it. Let me hear it. Slap it in the comment section. Say, we want it.
We want it.
We want it. We want it now.
I want it that way. What?
Ooh.
Just trying to figure out who Cassie was talking to.
Cassie wants it. I bet you want it, Kathy. Oh yeah. Oh, it all makes sense now. Welcome to the present, Ellie.
I wish this beep button worked. I wish
Try
it worked.
Try
I
it.
just did. Did.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Nope.
So bad. You know,
so bad.
What's great is that she plays along. I love it.
It is. It is fantastic. Well,
so I guess Cassie's the only one that wants to hear it.
I guess. Well, she's probably the only one that's seeing. I guess besides Heather, probably. But
oh, Kelly's caught up now.
Is she?
Kelly's all caught up. She's with us now.
Oh, LOL. It makes it also okay.
Yeah.
She's on a hell of a delay.
It wasn't a laugh. It was a lul.
Lul. Sorry,
okay.
I didn't hear you.
Damn it, Heather.
She didn't hear our announcements. I'm a little slow this evening.
You know what?
forgive you this time.
Okay, so announcement number 2 involves the Midwest Mystery Tour. Guys, we are actually canceling one of the locations for the Midwest Mystery Tour. That is going to be the Middle Point School in Ohio. Kind of sad to do it because we had some plans of visiting Rick Rose, but this is cost effective for us. So
Besides,
we're going to go
do another trip to go visit Rick another time if we want to.
Yeah. But we are working on scheduling another place in its place.
Dun, dun, dun.
So we're not really losing a place. We're just moving it, basically.
Yeah.
And I will announce to you guys as soon as I find out, get confirmation, I will announce where that is if we're going to do it. So for those of you that want to attend multiple investigations, I'm telling you right now, the Ray County Museum is booking up quick. The Thomas Building, the Carpenter's Mortuary Investigation, and Malvern Manor, which I was going to tease them with the video. Should I do that at the end? You think? The clip that I showed you?
Oh. We're talking about it. They're here. Might as well.
Okay, guys. For those of you that are going to be attending the Malvern event, you are going to be getting the first full look at a documentary film I'm putting together called The Ghosts of Malvern Manor.
Thank you.
You got to do what you got to did.
Absolutely right.
I'm going to say it like that from now on.
You got to do what you got to did.
But yeah, I've got a little clip.
I want a t-shirt with that saying on it. And Lori's
Let's
face.
make it happen.
Just
Let's
right
make it
there.
happen. I'll make it happen.
Speech bubble, you got to do what you got to did.
And next event we see her at, we're going to wear it.
Oh,
We're going to live with it, Doug.
Yes.
Start off the live, zoomed in her face, and then just pull out.
Perfect.
And then be like, hey guys, you got to do what you got to did. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Know what I mean?
Like keep on keeping on.
But yeah, like I was saying, for those of you attending the Malvern event, you're going to get the first look at a documentary I'm putting together about the ghosts of Malvern Manor. I have a clip I'm going to play you guys. It's from the film. And this is about a new spirit, relatively new spirit of Malvern Manor. The clip's 4 minutes. That'll give us time to go pee. One of us at least. And it's not a fully edited clip, guys. This is just something that's pieced together for right now. But there
your eyes are seeing it first.
Yeah, you guys are going to see it first before anybody. And that's the perks of watching this show. You get to see stuff before anybody else does.
That's right.
Boom. Fire.
Whether you want to or not.
Yes. All right. So here we go, guys. This is Josh Hurd discussing or talking about this new spirit called Number One.
So, Number One, for the most part, is kind of an anomaly to us. We know that there is a very seemingly aggressive spirit here in Malvern Manor that refers to himself or itself simply as Number One. What's interesting about it is Number One didn't really come to fruition until we had this doll that was sitting in Inez's room jump off of this table. What was interesting about it is there was a team that was here. They were live on Facebook. They were answering some weird battery of questions or whatever. And they were kind of just addressing the questions. They're like, oh yeah, it's been kind of a quiet night. Not a lot has happened. And then you see this doll, like Chucky style, jump off of this thing. What's interesting is the doll itself is made of porcelain and is very top heavy. And every time that this happened, every time the doll would fall, the head would take over gravity, right? It would always land on its head first. And it's always been that way every fall test that I've ever done with that doll. So for her to land then on her feet, and her feet obviously shattered, we then had to put the doll kind of like back together again and all that fun jazz. And I mean, then she went directly into a case, and the case has been blessed by a priest, a shaman. We now have different things from the Vatican itself. They gave us this really nice rosary. They instructed us to drape it over the case in a vial of holy water blessed by the Pope himself, sitting right next to it as well. I mean, it's interesting. And she'll still move within the case, obviously. But ever since that initial incident happened with that doll, then there comes this entity referring to himself as number one. It's very odd. Like, just as an example, be sitting down in like Gracie's room doing just a EVP session of sorts, having seemingly legitimate conversation, and it doesn't matter where you're at within this building, the spirit that you're referring to or speaking with will say, he's coming. He's coming. I have to go. He's here. And then it'll flatline. Like nothing will happen. But then here he comes.
Do you have anything against Josh using this device to talk to us? Number one.
What the fuck?
Number one.
Which one? You heard that?
Oh, yeah.
It's almost as if either one, they're scared of him, or two, he's suppressing them in some way. I don't know. So is this something that's just like an evil spirit, maybe just somebody who is kind of pissy in life? Or is it something more than that? Like, I don't know. We can't really put our finger on it. What we do know is that the one time that I asked this entity or whatever, I said, what if I just got rid of you? Its only response was, bring God.
Who's messing with the lights? God.
Did I just say what I think
It sounds like it goes, God. Jesus Christ.
God.
That was a fun night. You're muted.
Yeah. That was a great night. That was really fun.
And
I can't wait to go back.
Yeah, I can't wait for everybody to see the video for this. Like all the experiences and that people talk about, and some of their the videos and evidence that I've got collected for this film it's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah. It's interesting. I remember you doing the interviews and stuff. Obviously I'm not gonna say anything, but yeah. It's can't wait for everybody to watch it.
Yeah, this number one figure, man. This could be it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And if you go to Malvern with me, guys, the day before Halloween, let's try to reach out to number one, huh?
I just had a thought. We should run multiple microcoms at the same time.
I've done that.
I bet you have.
It's interesting.
What about 3 microcoms at the same time? 4 microcoms at the same time.
The thing I did with the KY3 news that's gonna be coming out here in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We did that for the filming of that.
Nice.
But that will be coming in a couple weeks. You guys will get to see it too. But yeah. All right, guys. I guess we should probably crack into tonight's topic of Aryans on the moon.
Wait, what's tonight's topic?
Aryans on the moon.
And the moon?
On the moon.
Okay.
Aryans.
Well,
let me intro this real quick.
Yeah, you intro it. You got it.
All right, guys. So we see it in the night sky. Recently, it's been bright as hell, big as hell. But how did it get there? Was it brought there by someone or something? And this is an odd question because scientists can't really agree on how it was formed in the first place. Since the moon landing, a lot of pictures have been under scrutiny. A lot of claims have been made. Are there aliens on the moon? We're going to discuss this tonight, guys. Please bring the EDI to Leavenworth with you. We want to see if we need to invest in one.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just tell you right now. Yes.
Yes, Cassie, absolutely invest in one.
Get the EDI
I love,
Plus.
yes, get the EDI Plus because you can record all the data and stuff. But I'm just saying that is one of the best EMF detectors I have ever had in my life.
Hands down. Hands down.
I love it. So I take it everywhere I go. Everywhere. So
yep. I swear by it.
Yeah. I like it. It obviously goes off when there's EMF from wiring and lights. Like it's true. Goes off from phones when you have it off airplane mode. Like it works. But when there have been only a handful of times that mine has ever gone off that I couldn't explain what it was. That, you know, that would possibly be paranormal or something would happen close to it or people would get feelings, what have you. But I highly recommend the EDI meters, 100%. But yeah, EDI Plus is the best one to get.
Nice. Yes. 100%. All right. So with aliens on the moon, like I was saying, you know, after the moon landing, there was a lot of pictures that came out. Yeah. The obelisk that was supposedly on the moon, the picture of the little thing sticking up over the horizon.
Yep.
The shadow on the moon. Like there's a, I should have grabbed this photo. There's a photo taken of one of the Apollo astronauts, and you can clearly see his shadows, like pretty much right there, you know. But there's something else casting a shadow on him or in front of him. Like the shadows didn't line up. Right. And again, a lot of people were saying, well, this is because it was staged. It was stage lighting screwing up the shadows direction. Or was something else casting shadow? A lot of people talk about the dark side of the moon.
Yes.
And there's been a reason why we've never sent a man back to the moon. It's always been landing rovers and stuff like that. Have you noticed that?
Oh yeah. It's always robots, but it's never people.
Robots. So I'm going to let you open up with your first article there.
So yeah, I just want to talk about, before we get into really like hollow stuff, I want to get into possible structures on the moon. So there's a couple articles that I have that go over that, and that's what we're going to go over first. So I've got this one's a small clip of a possible structure on the moon. It's really grainy. It's hard to tell, which that's honestly normal. It's fine. But nonetheless, we're going to watch it and see what people think. Yeah. So, back it up just a little bit.
Back at it.
So they think that right there, that little bitty cluster, is something, which
kind of got a straight line there.
Yeah, right. It's got two straight lines. That's interesting.
90-degree angles. 90-degree angles don't just happen in nature.
Nope. Not with rocks and things falling everywhere, and like it's possible that it might be something. Then you have something really big out to the far other side. So
kind of look like the Notre Dame logo.
A little bit. So that was it about that clip. And I'm gonna read about it a little bit real quick, and we'll see what you guys think. Apparently, this video holds proof that this is an alien base on the moon's surface after an unusual object was spotted in photos from the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter camera. The NASA satellite documents the surface of the moon, taking thousands of stills of its rocky surface and beaming them back to Earth. Now, real quick, I do want to preface with saying this, and I'll show some more pictures later that goes with this. NASA is very famous for going through and blurring out things in images or completely just
erasing
stuff
them
out.
Yeah.
Yes, out of images. So I can believe wholeheartedly that there's things like whether it be actual like crash ships or crash artifacts, structures possibly. Who knows? Like it may not be structures that originated there, but things could have crashed there. It could be even space junk. The fact that we don't see any space junk on the moon just kind of sends off a red flag for me.
Right.
Like,
I mean, there's an unbelievable amount of actual junk that we've put in space.
There's a lot of space junk out there.
Kind of crazy when you think about it.
Yeah. So
it's a bunch of polluters.
Right. So I'm not surprised that with all this blurring out images, taking stuff out, and they changed the color of Mars. I don't know if you heard about that. They changed the color of Mars to help saturate and distort the image, and that way people's eyes don't pick up on certain things, and it just kind of blends in. So there's many different techniques to doing editing. But we'll continue with the article here. And one of those images contains proof of the aliens have constructed a base on the moon, according to the prominent UFO hunter called Scott C. Waring. The alien enthusiast claims the footage is proof that human-like creatures live within reach of Earth. And he claims that the M-shaped structure, which is the first thing that we saw, is a base of operations for lunar extraterrestrials, which may even also function as a spacecraft if necessary. Writing on Alien Conspiracy blog, UFO Sightings Daily, Scott said, "Here is a great example of a structure on our moon. You may make it out details of its white surface and the sharp 90-degree corner, which we did comment on. This looks like something that humans would make, which means the species who made it probably look a bit like us." Which, that's honestly just him assuming, but...
Yeah, I mean...
Right.
You never know.
Right. Another amateur alien obsessive YouTuber, StreetCap1, allegedly first stumbled across the alien base whilst trawling through NASA's photos. He said the structure must have been built by something or someone and refuses to believe that it may just be rocks or naturally occurring formation. I don't think it is either.
That looks too good and too sharp to be...
Right, it did. That 90-degree corner just doesn't make any sense. I just can't believe it.
Right.
Anyways. So, NASA has previously suggested that alien sightings such as this one are often due to confirmation bias, which leads people to believe what they want to rather than what they really are. So, obviously, NASA denying wholeheartedly, because what have they been doing the past, let's see here, 70, 80, 90 years? Deny. And then all of a sudden, it's probably a Dollar General. Nice. Getting a real heads up, isn't it? They've been denying stuff for years, and all of a sudden, after the Freedom of Information Act, it's now mainstream.
They'll tell us there's... Yeah, they'll tell us there's aliens, but they won't tell you where they're at.
Exactly. They don't want you to die.
Cassie says it's probably a Dollar General. They'll put those up anywhere.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Here's another article. This is from The Guardian, and it's entitled, "We should scour the moon for ancient traces of aliens, say scientists." This is an article from over 10 years ago. "Hundreds of thousands of pictures of the moon will be examined for telltale signs of aliens once visited our cosmic neighborhood. If plans...
Comic too. It's pretty comical down here.
Right. It really is. Passing extraterrestrials might have left messages, scientific instruments, heaps of rubbish or evidence. Rubbish! Exactly. Evidence of mining on dusty surface. I'm not even going to go there.
Don't even.
Stop.
If you know, you know.
If the bell worked, it would be perfect. He's saying the new sheriff's near.
He's saying the aliens. Sure, the aliens are near.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, they're saying that they could have left us messages and codes, what have you. Though the chances of finding the handiwork of long-gone aliens are exceptionally remote, scientists argue that a computerized search of lunar images or a crowdsourced analysis by amateur enthusiasts would be cheap enough to justify given the importance of potential discovery. You know how many people would be like, wait, so you want me to just go through like hundreds or thousands of pictures looking for aliens, man? Yeah. Like, it would
There's a
absolutely happen.
lot of people that would do that.
There would be a lot of people that do that.
Comb the desert. I knew that one. I didn't even have to read the hashtag. She's like, scrub the moon, aka comb the desert.
Man, we ain't found.
Say it, Charles.
I ain't gonna say it. We're on YouTube. It's a great movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, so Professor Paul Davies and Robert Wagner at Arizona State University argue that images of the moon and other information collected by scientists for their research should be scoured for signs of alien intervention. The proposal aims to complement other hunts for alien life, such as the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, SETI, which draws on data from radio telescopes to scour the heavens for messages beamed into space by alien civilization. Although there is only a tiny probability that alien technology would have left traces on the moon in the form of an artifact or surface modification of lunar features, this location has the virtue of being close and of preserving traces for an immense duration. The scientists write in a paper published online in the journal Acta Astronautica. If it costs little to scan data for signs of intelligent manipulation, little is lost in doing so, even though the probability of detecting alien technology at work may be exceedingly low, they added. The scientists focus their attention on NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, LOR, which has mapped a quarter of the moon's surface in high resolution since the mid-2009. Wow, that's...
Yeah, but here's the thing. Who gets those images first?
Exactly. Not us.
I can tell you, like, if they
I have a clip
took it to a
explaining.
college, if they took it to a college and like, here, you guys do this, but they're also going to be like, you guys do this, but if you come across anything,
Yeah.
we need to know. We need to know first and foremost.
Exactly.
Sign this
So,
NDA.
among these images, scientists have already spotted the Apollo landing sites and all of NASA and Soviet unmanned probes, some of which were revealed only by their old or odd-looking shadows. NASA has made more than 340,000 LOR images public, but that figure is expected to reach 1 million by the time the orbiting probe has mapped the whole lunar surface. From these numbers, it is obvious that a manual search by a small team is hopeless. One way to scan all of these images involves writing software to search for strange-looking features such as sharp lines of solar panels or dust-covered contours of quarries or domed buildings. These might be visible millions of years after they were built. Follow the moon's surface is geologically inactive, or because the moon's surface follow the moon's. I don't know where I got that from, but okay. So I'm going to kind of just actually skip past a bunch, because a bunch of it, the rest of it's just pointless reading. But so that was from 10 plus years ago. That was 2011. So yeah. Imagine how many more photos there are now, especially with this new telescope that we just sent out. Could you imagine if they wanted to focus on the moon itself? How clear that data could be, how clear the photos could be.
Oh yeah. And again, though, like I said, with all the scrubbing and stuff, like they're gonna.
Oh yeah.
But I was gonna put up this picture of a structure. I buried it in my stuff here. There it is. This one is kind of interesting. It looks like an old structure, but this right here.
Okay, yeah. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, it looks like an old watchtower. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pictures like this pop up
watchtower,
all over the place. It's in the middle of a crater. The only thing I can explain with that is like maybe they caught a crater at impact, and maybe that's like the aftershock kind of thing. Just boom.
What's up? Yeah. Even
But
then,
there's
natural.
what's that?
But then again, it's not really natural. So
No, it doesn't. It doesn't like just stay like that. I don't think. I wouldn't think. Not in speech. I think this was. Let me save this image. Put this one up here too.
Gee, you get a Google search and you type in structures on the moon, you get just umpteen amount of pictures, but it's hard to tell which ones are real or not. Yeah, that's the what's it called? That's the you find it here. I could have sworn I had part of an article explaining it.
The hut on the moon.
Yeah.
So there's this hut thing, and what I find interesting about this is just to the right, about halfway between the hut and the right side of the screen, and then just below the line of the moon, the horizon, there's like this little dark spot there, and it almost looks like somebody's standing there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pareidolia, obviously, but
oh yeah, of course. I mean, you could do one of these on it. We could talk about Mars with this too. Like, there's tons of weird stuff out there, but I do want to go into a little bit more of before we jump into the hollow stuff.
Yeah. Pizza.
So, right, I'm gonna skip past. I'm just gonna try to compose myself. And you said Pizza the Hut, and I'm just I think of
Spaceballs now
because it's boff, puke, whatever. Where's
damn it? You broke him, Cassie.
You broke me. It's I can't not quote that movie. It's just it's ingrained in my mind. Anyways, so alien base pictures and satellite images. We're gonna go kind of over that like fuzzing out of images and stuff that we talked about. So this one I want to show you first is this one. Oh, that's so small.
There, that's what she said.
There we go. If you guys look close enough, you might be able to see it. But maybe this would work. Maybe a little bit better. Okay, so you can kind of see the fuzziness, right? Let's go back to it. See if I can. Oh, I can actually zoom in a little bit.
I can on the right. Okay, now I can see it on the left too.
Yeah, so the fuzziness there.
It's like a line of fuzziness.
Right. So when NASA does this, people think that it's possible that there might be like a structure or there might be something that's not normal, like what we see here, there. Like even then, with this little crater right here, that's interesting. And then that's interesting.
You know, it's just like on Adobe After Effects, you use a smear effect, and you can just kind of smear the picture, and it creates an effect like that. So if you want to hide something, that's one way to do it.
That is absolutely. Now I have another one to show, or to share, I should say. This one's a little bit closer. Thank goodness. It's actually a lot closer, but it makes more sense. So that one, it's like literally right in the center, and that's as far as zoomed in as I can get it. But
yeah.
So the caption with these, or the not header, but the details of this one is
looks like they smeared it into a B&B.
Absolutely. So the images comes from a NASA satellite which circled the moon in order to supposedly map it. Oddly enough, though, most of these missions were financed from the Defense Department and not just through NASA. NASA has blurred out the images of the alien bases and structures, but if you look closely through the blurriness, you can see possibly some shapes of towers and buildings. I know it's hard to see it, so I'm not really worried about like looking at it, but this one I think is interesting. This next one I'm going to show you, because it's like really like it would almost be like a city, as you would think that because of how close they are together, that they're trying to scrub whatever remnant of it is.
It'd be nice if there was like a reversal kind of thing that they can do.
Like, it's right here, all along here, and then one here. So it's like it's interesting how big it is, right? Like how much area that covers. That's why I guess I shouldn't necessarily say city, but
like taller structures,
right?
Towers.
And I don't also necessarily agree with it being towers. Like it just looks like blurriness to me, so I can't really.
Like it could be several structures next to each other, but on the picture they have to blur it up that high because there's two next to each other. It's like looking at Google Earth.
Exactly. It's so hard to freaking tell. And that's honestly, that's a lot what they're using here. I'm just gonna not even show this one. But this image, I wanted to show this one because this one's very interesting to me. It looks like complexes. And this is supposedly it's the side of the moon that you could never see from the Earth. It's called dark side of the moon. This is where the aliens have their bases. So as we can't see them from Earth, this satellite image from above that shows these bases, and even this one, I think is very interesting. It looks like clear structures. This does not look like, I don't know if they just forgot to blur this one out or what, but this one looks real. And I hope this is actually the moon. You can see the shapes, literally.
Oh yeah,
that's a zoom.
You know what it looks like to me? It's like petroglyphs or hieroglyphs.
But here's the thing: that's looking obviously down at the surface, and I think there's some craters there, like in the background, supposedly some craters. But that looks like
a Disney logo.
What? Where?
Is that a Disney logo in the bottom corner?
Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? That is a Disney logo. Wow.
It's nice, the TV with ears and it says Disney in the middle.
That does say Disney, so maybe that isn't even real. Again, maybe that's not real.
Disney's making aliens, or maybe they know. Maybe they are aliens.
Maybe they are aliens. Who knows? But there's actually a clip that I wanted to show you guys. So it's a little bit longer than a clip, but that's okay. That's funny. Nice catch. Nice catch.
I saw that. I was like, the Disney space station.
Yes. So this comes from a documentary. What?
They got money forever.
Yeah, they do. All right.
I did see that they're going to be testing the moon out. NASA's supposed to be testing the moon out to see how day-to-day life would be on the moon for a station.
Oh, what? Which makes sense because I'm pretty sure Elon Musk had mentioned like building a moon base there.
Yeah.
And launching from the moon going to Mars. Like it would be easier to launch from the moon apparently than from Earth. Well, that would make sense because there's less gravity.
Yep.
So let fuel burn up. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So let's play this clip, shall we? No, we don't have to watch the full 9 minutes. Oh no.
Oh no.
We're good. We're fine. We're good. We're here.
Oh no.
Oh no. All right. And play.
On the moon is outside the interests of most mainstream archaeologists, as archaeology tends to adhere to a pre-Copernican geocentric point of view. It is generally accepted that the search for alien artifacts on the moon is not necessary because there are none. Given the success in using terrestrial remote sensing to find archaeological sites on Earth, can similar techniques be used to find possible artificial construction on the moon and other planets? For example,
So I want to pause there, see what you get. Like, kind of look. It actually looks like there's something going on there.
Yeah, I've always wondered, like, if they can send a rover up that way, if they wouldn't do a LiDAR scan of the moon. And if you don't know what LiDAR is, like LiDAR, they use it to scan the Amazon. What it does, it penetrates through the trees and stuff to find structures, ruins that nobody knew was even there. So to use that on the moon, I think would be amazing.
I agree.
Or even on Mars. That'd be badass, dude.
Oh my gosh, I'd love to do that on Mars.
Fortress Khoi Kragan Kala in Uzbekistan, constructed between the 4th century BC to the 1st century AD, appeared as an impact crater before excavation in 1956.
Yeah, so if they dig up some of those craters,
Khoi Kragan Kala would not be perceived among all the other impact craters. In 1962, Carl Sagan spoke on the possibility of discovering alien artifacts on the moon, stating that forthcoming photographic reconnaissance of the moon from space vehicles, particularly the far side, might bear these possibilities in mind.
That's Carl Sagan. That guy had a mind on him, you know?
Yeah,
Rectangular patterns on airspace photos are recognized as signs of human culture in the remote sensing of the Earth and air archaeology. It seems reasonable, then, to search for rectangular patterns on the moon or on Mars.
Google Mars.
boom.
But how much of that is actually pixelation too, you know?
Right. That's, trust me, yeah.
You thought about it, I
It's
know.
a good thing you say that. It's a good thing you say that.
We have to remain skeptical, and we have to be on the fence about everything.
Jeez. Well, like some of this other stuff, where like that
Yeah.
looks interesting.
Like they got camo with that pattern, that digital camo.
And it's moon camo. I'm waiting till it gets to the bit where there's ladies talking. That's honestly
You
what
skip
I
up.
want.
And I had been friends.
Oh.
I
Okay.
walked into the photo lab in the restricted area, and this was between missions. One of the gentlemen I had been friends with, and I still talk to occasionally, he pointed to one area of this mosaic. It was one panel of a mosaic with a smile on his face. He said, "Look over there." And I looked, and in one of the photo panels, I saw
Dick
a
pic.
round white dot. And at the time, it was very crisp, very sharp lines on it. And I said to him, what is that? Is that a dot on the emulsion? And then he's grinning, and he says, dots on the emulsion don't leave round shadows on the ground. And there was a round shadow at the right angle, at the correct angle, the sun shining on the trees. I saw pine trees. I didn't see a coastline. I don't know where this was. And I said, "Is this a UFO?" And he's smiling at me, and he says, "I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that." What I knew he meant was it was, but he couldn't tell me. So I said, "What are you going to do with this information?" And he said, "Well, we always have to airbrush them out before we sell them to the public."
In 1965,
So that was the main bit that I wanted you guys to see. There's obviously more to this clip. We only got, 3 minutes, or we went into the 4-minute mark. There's like 9.5 minutes of it, so I'm not going to play the whole freaking thing. But that was the main bit that I wanted you guys to see.
And
is
she
that 'cause
supposedly
there is-
worked for NASA too,
yeah,
right?
at the Houston Johnson Space Center. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny. There's a lot of whistleblowers that come out, and then we just kind of disregard it.
just get swept into the rug. And
Yeah.
that clip's pretty old. Like that's an older clip. So who
And-
knows?
Now I want to get into this hollow moon thing
Let's do it.
real quick. So, guys, I don't know if any of you have heard about this theory of the hollow moon. And it's not what you think. It's not like the hollow earth theory. This theory basically is based on the fact that the moon might be a spaceship.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, as I said earlier, there's a scientist that can't really agree on how the moon was created, and there was a good quote from Dr. Robin Brett from NASA, who said, "It seems much easier to explain the non-existence of the moon than its existence." Right? Real quick, there's a few theories out there that they tried to use to explain how the moon became. One is called the capture theory. The moon was a wandering body, much like an asteroid, and was captured by the Earth's gravitational pull. The accretion theory. The Earth and moon formed out of dust clouds in the early solar system. So, like, somehow the rotation began, the dust clouds began, and the moon and Earth align perfectly, I guess.
And voila, we have the Earth and Moon.
The Earth and Moon would share similar traits. Like if this was the case, like if it was just dust particles, the Earth and Moon would share similar traits, like Earth's iron core. So Earth has an iron core, the Moon does not. Okay,
right.
So that would be a trait that they would share, the iron core. It would spin on an axis like the Earth. The Moon does not spin. You guys know this? This one side of the Moon faces Earth at all times. It does not rotate. And then the third one was the giant impact theory, which says a large object the size of Mars smashed into proto-Earth while Earth was forming, and the debris coalesced into to create the Earth and Moon system. You would think, like the moon rock, if this was the case, moon rock would answer these questions, but no, it only creates more. And here's some weird things that I'm going to just kind of throw out there to you guys about this. So the fact that the moon's exact positioning is so essential to how Earth works. This is one thing scientists actually agree on, is that to have such perfect balance of conditions seems unlikely. In the 1970s, or actually before H.G. Wells and the Apollo missions, there was a lot of myths and legends that can be traced to the Zulu people and others in southern Africa. Mm-hmm. And then in the 1970s, there were two Soviet scientists who published an article titled "Is the Moon the Creation of Alien Intelligence?" And they theorized that the moon was placed there by aliens, whether it was either, a body, a celestial body, or a ship being put there. So since the moon landing, soil and rock samples have been collected. On Earth, new rock and soil will lie at the surface, right? Mm-hmm. And then you'll have your older rock the further down you go, the older the rock. Well, this isn't necessarily true on the moon. On the moon, it's backwards. At the top, you have rock that's older than the rock that's deeper down. The only way this typically happens is when there's, like here on Earth, when we drill, we dig or mine, we bring up old rock and it goes to the surface. So older material on the surface could be a sign of, I guess, the crater impacts could make this happen. And there's a lot of that. Or if somebody were to hollow out the Earth, all that rock's got to go somewhere, right?
Right.
Now, if the Earth or if the moon was somehow hollowed out, there's more anomalies that kind of take place with that. The planet's density on Earth, as you get to the core, the density gets greater. On the moon, it's as well as backwards. It's less dense in the center of the moon than it is on the exterior. This one I found fascinating is that the moon has no magnetic field, but the rocks that we collect are magnetized. Right? Little nerdy spots here. Uranium 236 and Neptunium 237 are found on the moon. Those are radioactive elements that do not occur naturally. The only way we can make those is if we make them. Also on the moon, there's here on Earth, titanium, chromium, and zirconium are metals that are rare here on Earth, but on the moon they're abundant. It's said to be the strongest materials you could build anything out of. Like if you were to build a structure, that's what you would build it out of. But like I said, the moon is full of it. This reinforcement could explain why the craters on the moon are all the same depth, as if there's no penetration because of a shell made out of those metals, so nothing would penetrate any further.
That's definitely an interesting thought.
Between 1969 and 1977, seismometers were installed on the moon and by the Apollo missions, and they recorded moonquakes, and the moon was described as ringing like a bell during some of these quakes, specifically the shallow ones. On November 20th of 1969, Apollo 12 deliberately crashed the ascent stage of its lunar module onto the moon's surface. NASA reported that the moon rang like a bell for almost an hour, leading to arguments that it must be hollow. And that would make sense. If it's made out of a metal, if there's a metal shell and we crashed into it, creating a quake, that it would ring like a bell. There would be some reverberation going on within it. A lot of people like to talk about the fact that we have perfect solar eclipses. Like the alignment of the moon and sun are perfect, right? You start thinking about like ancient Mesopotamia, the ancient Aztecs, and how they lined everything up so perfectly.
Literally, yes.
And it goes so far as being celestial. Like the pyramids of Giza are lined up with the Orion belt. We have the Earth, Sun, and Moon lining up for these perfect solar eclipses. Could this be an advanced civilization that built something and lined it up perfectly? I mean,
it's possible.
It's possible. Multiple lines of evidence disprove that the moon is hollow, though. One involves movement of inertia parameters. The other involves seismic observations. The moment of inertia parameters indicate that the core of the moon is both dense and small. So it's not like it has a really large core, but it does have a core. There's a lot of back and forth that goes on with the talk of hollow Earth or hollow moon theory about the moon being a space station. So if there are structures on the moon, could that just be, parts of the actual station itself? Like how we have, say, antennas on a car, or if think about an airport, you have some buildings that are up, some buildings that are low, some of them probably getting covered with space dust.
True.
Things like that. But if anybody wants to do any deeper dive to the hollow moon theory, I encourage it.
Highly encourage it.
It's a fascinating review, and if you subscribe to like the theory or conspiracy about the Earth or the moon landing, this ties into it really well.
Yes.
And they say that we haven't been back to if we did land on the moon, the reason we haven't been back is because we found something on the dark side, right? Or something came and paid us a visit, scared everybody, scared the bejesus out of me.
You scared me so bad I pooped myself. What?
What? But in science, like, there's actually a radiation belt that surrounds the Earth. There's a field of radiation that is super high that we would not survive it, even in a spacesuit or a spacecraft.
So what does that tell you, Dave?
How did we get on the moon? I mean, our rovers, yes, they can get there, I'm sure. But people getting there? How do they avoid radiation?
That's something I'd like to ask Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm.
Elon, if you're watching, how do we get past it?
Oh, he's watching. He's always watching.
He's got so many tethers into the internet, I'm sure.
His lizard family.
Yep. Probably sits in a freaking like a pod. A pod that just like connects to his brain, and just like he's just like searching through the internet with his eyes closed or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, that's the kind of pod I envision.
Wait, which one?
The first one. The Fly?
Yeah.
With Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah.
Yeah, that pod is what I envisioned when he said he probably sits in
a black and white one?
No.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. That was Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, that pod is what I was thinking of. I could just picture Elon in that. Like he was melting away like wax, and he has to get in there to like.
God. I have to retain my form. He's an alien. I knew it.
I mean, sometimes his face looks a little droopy. I'm just saying, his mask is falling off.
That's how smart he is.
And then
he's warning us against AI.
Yeah, this is going to be your downfall.
He'd been warning us for a while.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he's one of the good lizard people.
One of the good ones.
One of the good ones. Yeah.
He's the one that helped the Hopi Indians.
Right. He's the one that ended World War II. That pesky Elon. So I had a friend of mine that said World War II, and it made me think. They were wondering why we never bombed the Germans, right? Why we, America, never bombed the Germans. Totally left field, I know.
I'm pretty sure we did.
No, not nukes. We
not
did
like Hiroshima, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were wondering why we never did that. And I told them because we couldn't afford to lose their technology.
Pretty much. I mean, that's a good point.
We took. And they couldn't risk it by destroying it.
They did get away with the bell.
They did get away with the bell. Operation Paperclip.
Yeah.
Going in, taking all the technology.
Going edge.
And then we see how fast technology has changed.
How it advanced from...
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like certain points in
from
time.
Even from the 50s to the 70s. Just, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
From the
mid-40s.
From the 1920s to the mid-40s right there. That's
so
25-year span. Like,
from a gamer's perspective, right? Literally, when I was in high school, junior high, 10-something years ago.
Yes.
10, 15, whatever. It's not 15, but yeah. Games were megabytes. I already put that up there when you were talking.
Okay.
Games were not big at all. Now games are like 100 gigs.
That huge. Yeah.
Huge.
It's ridiculous.
The fact that we're able to accumulate and use that much data is nuts. And the one thing that still blows my mind is I think there was a school or some college somewhere that was able to figure out and measure data in someone's brain, like how much a memory was in someone's brain.
200 gigs
computing power, something like that, maybe. But it's just if we can do that, when will it get to a point where we can literally take those memories, put it on a disc, put it in a movie, or hook us up to a computer?
Well, they've already started. They started doing this like 10 years ago, but they're using crystals as storage devices. And I think it was, say if you were to get like an SD card size piece of crystal, they said you could store, I think it was like 100 million terabytes of information on it.
Yeah.
On a crystal. Like that is impressive. It just tells you how much energy and power they got.
I was going to say that literally, yes, that shows you how much. So maybe the ancients were onto something.
Mm-hmm. And they did inscribe a crystal with like our humanity's history and all this stuff. Nice. And they put it up on, I want to say the moon or Mars. They sent it to one of those places in case a alien race finds it and they know what to do with us.
You know what the big like circle disc tray thing that was sent up into space?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was sent on like a satellite and it's just flying out in space somewhere.
Well, I know there was supposed to be like some kind of plaque thing that they were putting on one of the planets, or the planet, or the moon.
Oh, maybe. Maybe.
I mean, in a way, it's like cool. Yeah, we're trying to make contact, but on the other hand, it's like, here we are. Come get us.
Yeah, right. Well, what is it? Mars attack scenario?
Yeah. Hey, we're over here.
We'll start busting out our pipes. Only music can kill them. That'd be wild.
Be
But,
never clear.
not only aliens, but there was also theories of a certain group of horrible Germans having a base on the moon as well.
That's all. Yeah.
That's always been a theory.
With the Nazis.
The Nazi.
The Nazis. Nazi. They're reported to be everywhere. You'd think of it, they're there. They're in Hollow Earth. They're in the moon. They're in Antarctica. They're in South America. They're in Uranus.
Oh, that's horrible. That's bad. That's bad.
We need
but good job, Canada, though. Good job, Canada. Great job, Parliament. I'm glad I'm not Canadian. Anyways, like Dave said, if you have any more interest in the Hollow Earth theory, go and check it out. It's very worth it. And while you're at it, look up the Hollow Earth theory. But the Hollow Earth theory is way different. Hollow Earth theory is more of just like giant underground caverns and like a whole other atmosphere, like a whole other like sun atmosphere craziness down inside of Earth. So
Hollow Moon,
I definitely recommend it.
Hollow Earth, civilization.
Yes. Which I can see it.
I can see it too. I can see that.
A lot of interesting passageways underneath the ocean that we have yet to track and find.
Journey to the center of the earth.
Boom.
Yes, my friend.
At one point as a kid, you're serious. You think like, I'm going to dig down far enough and reach China. Nope.
Now you're like, no, I don't want to reach China.
No, I don't want to do that.
Are you the firstborn? No.
Yeah, right.
Well,
okay.
Too bad for you. Yeah, go to China. See what you get.
No thanks.
Uh-huh.
Death.
Yeah.
So next week, we talked about something we could do for next week's show, true crime thing.
Yeah.
We still want to do that? We'll let them know.
Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, next week, we're going to do a true crime story. I was going to do a documentary about this, but since everything got hindered, we're just going to do a show on it right here. So, we're going to talk about The Evil in Elkland, the documentary I was going to work on, where a family was brutally murdered. Okay. And we're going to.
So riveting. So great. Right.
Well, see, here's the thing about it. A lot of the stuff about it reminded me of Amityville.
I can see that.
The DeFeos, the murders, a lot of it reminds me of that. So we're going to comb through a lot of the information. I have some videos and pictures and stuff I will be sharing. So instead of doing a documentary, we're going to discuss it right here on Boogeyman Radio for your viewing pleasures. And I'm going to warn you guys, might be graphic stuff on there.
YouTube.
I might have to blur some of it out, but
yeah. I mean, we did okay with some of the Lindsey Borden stuff.
And the Richard Ramirez stuff.
True.
Yeah. Yeah. I just have to change our rating thing on YouTube. So so this is what
we're adults. Not for children.
And that'll be next week, guys, right here on Monday.
Monday. Don't forget, catch us Thursday with was it Bell Witch? Which one? Amityville? Amityville episode is coming up Thursday. It's basically, if you comment, we won't see it. I'll probably be working by the time.
You can leave comments underneath it.
Yeah, you can comment, but it's
not
going to be live. We're not going to be able to interact with you, but you know what? You can still watch it. Is it our fabulous local inmate?
That's true. That is it, Lori. Maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow, next week.
Yes.
But guys, until then, y'all have a great night. Happy October.
Happy October, everybody, especially here.
And we will see you next week right here, same time, same place. Take care.